There's nothing you could say that would convince me you'd ever use that gun.
Oh, really? Well, I'm looking for my children.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series. And quite frankly, it's about time. Hello there.
Hello.
It's at time this goes out, nearly Christmas.
Yep.
Ho ho ho. How's things?
I've got a sniffly nose.
You do. And I'm praying you're not going to be sniffling throughout the podcast. We went to see Wicked yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
For good.
For good.
Obviously, we won't do any spoilers in case people haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But can we give our spoiler-free thoughts?
I will give it 3.5 stars.
Out of 5?
Out of 5.
Okay. And what would you have given the first part?
Probably about the same.
Oh, okay. So I did think the first part was better.
No, I thought this part probably was slightly better.
Oh, really?
I felt like there's just too much in between the songs. That's my problem, is like, it's a musical. I've come here to see music. It's being sung, and like, I think it's too long between songs.
Okay. That's a fair point. I think, to be fair, I think they did as good a job with it as they could do, considering the second half of the musical is probably not as good as the first half.
I really like some of the songs in the second half, though.
Yeah.
For Good.
Yeah, there
What
are
Was
some
Your
great
Mind?
there are some great songs in it.
No Good Deed.
But yeah, but it's there's a lot to pack into that second half, and so actually I felt like expanding it to a longer movie for this part helped.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I mean, it was long. I was sitting there thinking, oh God, this is going on a bit.
Yeah. And then not even half an hour into it,
Oh,
the girl
my
was sat on the floor
God.
in the stairs. And
Yes.
anyway, did you hear what I said to her when I walked behind her?
You said, excuse me.
I didn't.
Oh.
I went, beep, beep.
Oh. Well, that's the thing. I don't think Wicked... I know it's PG and they're trying to market it for kids as well, like, because they want money, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is...
It's too long.
It's not just too long. It's too complicated. It's too emotionally mature. It's too, it's all obviously, a lot of it is about politics and propaganda, and children aren't going to understand that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm underestimating children, but anyway, I did enjoy it. I know the general consensus appears to be quite negative, actually, from what I've seen online. But
I enjoyed it. I do think it's a year's wait for it. I don't think we should have waited a year. I think it should be the summer. I think it would have done better in the summer.
Yeah. Because the thing is, for the layperson who doesn't know the musical, like, it's not the second half of a story. For them, it's like the first one was the first one and this is a sequel.
Yeah.
Which is quite a different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Stephen heard someone gasp in it.
Yes, well, we won't say what happens, but when a certain twist happens at the end, which I thought was extremely...
Just give it away.
A twist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
a
just
twist.
giving away
Didn't
that
say
happens where it happens.
what it was. Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought it was quite well known, and this woman went, yeah. And I do want to say something that is a spoiler, so if you really don't want any spoilers, skip ahead 30 seconds or something. But as we walked out of the cinema, the first thing I said to you was, Jonathan Bailey's even hot when his face is made out of Hessian.
And I'm like, you weirdo.
No, I still would. Anyway, anything else going on in our lives?
I'm going ice skating next week.
We've talked about that already, but it's next week, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
We can have to report back on how that goes.
Yeah. I really want to watch Will and Grace again.
Do you?
Yeah. It's very funny. The thing is, though, that I find for certain like sitcoms, they hold back because it's a bit like the Disney Vault.
So there's
Do you
no...
know what the Disney Vault was?
Yeah. They wouldn't. They had all their films and stuff, and then they wouldn't be available to buy on video.
Yeah.
And then they would release them.
Yeah, which created the demand. So
Yeah.
my mum had one dude when Beauty and the Beast came out on special edition DVD, like when special editions were big. I had a double disc special edition Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And don't ask me how, but I snapped the disc.
I know you just said don't ask you, but how?
Okay, I was looking for the disc. Okay, long story short, I shared a room with my brother for a very long time.
Yes.
And Mum had bought
Bought, yes.
Mum had bought
Past tense
a
of buy.
portable DVD player on the catalogue and paid it off slowly.
Right, yes. We don't need to know all that. Yeah.
Okay. And I used that to when Sam was using the TV to play his PS2,
Yeah.
normally Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
I used that.
So.
And I took the disc out, obviously, and I didn't put it away. And then I found it on the slats of my bed underneath my mattress. Snapped.
And yet you still didn't learn from that experience to put things away.
I do put things away. I put milk away today.
Yeah, but only because I nagged you. You're constantly leaving milk out and things, and spread and things like that. Yeah. Anyway, sorry,
it's
this is
cold
not
enough for it to survive. Anyway.
This is not. No, but you do it in the summer as well. Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to nag, but yeah, you've got plenty you could nag me about as well.
You are a nag.
Yeah, you're a nag.
I'm not a nag.
Oh, you are.
I'm a go with the flow type person. I am.
Anyway.
Yeah, we had Nando's yesterday.
Oh, we did, yes.
And I was not impressed.
Oh my God, I was going to tell this story. Sorry, go on. Then I've got to tell a story about something that happened when we were at Nando's.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel like the quality's gone down.
Yeah, and it cost me 40 quid. 2 drinks. When did drinks become £4? I spent £8. 20% of my bill was drinks because I'm very good at maths.
Well done.
I'm good at percentages.
Yeah, good. Anywho, oh my God, Ben, right. So we were sat at a table and then next to us, there was a table with people on it and then there was a guy on it, probably gay, I would say. Would you say?
Maybe.
They then went to see Wicked with us at the same screening as well. Yeah. Anyway, and I thought, oh, he's quite attractive. And you were doing the order on your phone.
And I had to go downstairs because there was no signal to get it down upstairs.
So I just sent you a text across the table saying 10 o'clock, as if like to your 10 o'clock, look at that man because he's attractive.
Yeah.
And then you didn't get it till you went downstairs to try and get a signal.
Yeah.
And then you came marching back up and you said to me, Stephen, why did you text me 10 o'clock? And I'm like, oh my God. How embarrassing. I hope he didn't understand.
He probably did.
But yeah, I thought he was quite dishy. Anyway, that's 2 men I've thirsted over in this podcast already.
Oh my God.
So on brand.
We've developed a drinking game. Every time Stephen thirsts on a man, take a shot.
I think that would be dangerous. People will end up in hospital.
Oh my God, yeah.
Anyway, I don't think there's anything else
to
talk about other than...
It's cold.
Oh God, it's freezing, yeah. Suitable for this episode. The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. Which, first of all, I know it's quite an ugly, clunky title.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the rhythm of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. It's got too many syllables.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm guessing you weren't a fan. Did you like it? No.
No.
No, I didn't think
I
you
thought
would.
it was very slow. I thought it was very boring.
Okay.
My first question is this. Did he have to contact C.S. Lewis Estate?
Well, I wrote this down because I wasn't sure, because the difference between obviously this and Christmas Carol previous year, Christmas Carol's public domain, and C.S. Lewis is in copyright.
Yeah.
So I have no idea if they asked permission, because there's quite a lot of, obviously the title, they even quote, like the Doctor says to Lily at one point, what do they teach you in schools these days? Which is a famous line.
Yeah, and like the structure of it is so similar.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, were they cheeky and they just thought, oh, it's a popular enough story, they can parody it almost without...
The thing is, I wouldn't call Doctor Who a parody.
No, not parody, that's the wrong word, but it's like an extended reference then, isn't it? It's like a reference to it. But,
I think they probably did ask.
Because it would be the polite thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it's the BBC and it's Doctor Who, so
I expect if it had been closer to the story, then they would have said no. Maybe they had to have sight of the script or something. Yeah. Anyway.
The mum was so annoying. Every time to children.
Madge Arwell.
So whiny.
Yeah, Claire Skinner, famous of Outnumbered. When they talked about the casting, I remember Stephen Moffat saying, she's already imprinted on the nation as a mother, so it works. Now, I'm not sure, I might be wrong, but I believe that this was the episode that they wanted to cast Miranda Hart in, and then the BBC said they couldn't.
Well, if that was the truth, I would say she would have suited. She would have been nice for her because she would have brought some comedy with it.
Comedy, yeah.
I felt like Claire was a bit dry.
Yeah, but it's that sort of role, really. I think Claire did a fine job, but I would definitely have been interested to see Miranda Hart do it.
Have you heard? I know who the next Doctor is going to be. Do you know?
Who?
Claire Foyer.
It's not Claire Foyer. It's Claire Foy.
I thought
It's
Foyer.
not Claire Reception Room.
I thought it's Foyer. Sorry.
Claire Lobby.
Anywho. Yeah, she's going to be the next Doctor.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, we shall see.
I have more things to say as we go through.
Okay. Well, I've been waiting for this episode for a very long time.
Why? Because it's one of your faves.
Well, I have a big story to tell, basically. Now, I know this episode is broadly hated, and you obviously hate it. It's generally thought of as a shit episode.
Yeah.
But I have a very, very big soft spot for it, and I will always enjoy it because it has a place in my heart because of something that happened to me. Now, we all know that when I was a teenager, I started making MIDI files of Murray Gold's music and cataloguing them. It became basically I would say, one of his biggest fans online.
Number one fan.
And then...
#stalker.
Yeah. Stalker?
Yeah.
No. Anyway, and then when I was 18, I started the Doctor Who Fan Orchestra, and we started doing these performances online, and they got very popular. Murray Gold himself retweeted them and passed comment and stuff. Then when we released our second one, and I haven't shared this publicly, I've told a few people, but it's been a long time now. It's been like 14 years, so I don't mind sharing it publicly now. But basically, Murray Gold contacted me after the second one came out and said he was so touched by what we'd done. And this was probably autumn 2011. And he said, will you come to Cardiff and listen to the orchestra recording the score for the Christmas special? Now, you know about this, don't you? I've told you this before.
Is this where you went to the Wagamama's for the first time?
Yeah. That's not the most important part of the story, but yes, it is the first time I went to Wagamama's, and Murray Gold advised me on what to get.
The most boringest dish in the fucking world.
I remember him saying to me, there's no shame in getting cutlery, because I wasn't a chopstick person. Anyway, I was 19 when I went, and it was, for someone who had spent their entire teenage years obsessed with Doctor Who and Murray Gold's music, it was one of the best days of my life. I'm not going to lie, I found it difficult, obviously, as I now know I'm autistic. I've always struggled socially. I found it incredibly difficult to be around these people who were all working, and even though it was something I loved, I feel like I made an absolute arse of myself because that's just me. Yeah. But no, it was like a dream come true. I was so lucky to be given the opportunity.
Did you get to move to a little slider?
No, I didn't touch any of that, but I was given a full printout of the full orchestral score for this episode, and I've still got it.
Wow.
And I was able to follow along with it while they were recording.
Signed?
No, I did. They said to me, "Oh, Murray will probably sign it for you," but I felt like that would have. I didn't, because at the time I felt like that would have come across like fanboy-y. But I probably should have done. But yeah, I mean, it was incredible. And so also the weird thing was that, so I wasn't sitting obviously in the room with the orchestra. I was sitting in the gallery with Murray and Jake Jackson.
Is that where the slidey things are?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And so they have a big screen with the rough cut of the episode on it, so they can sync it up to see how the music's going to fit with it.
Did you watch the episode beforehand?
So basically, yeah, the first time I watched the majority of this episode, I watched it with no dialogue because there was no sound on it. I just saw all the visuals of it with the music, which is amazing, by the way. I've loved the score of this episode, maybe because I was there. But, you know, that's the thing. Watching it now, every time I watch it and I hear the music, sometimes I just think in the back of my head, you hear those horns and those strings, and you just think, I was there. I was there when that was being recorded.
Don't you think you wish you could play an instrument?
I do.
What?
Not an orchestral instrument, really.
You know what I mean?
I did play the clarinet a bit when I was younger. But
yeah, you should have. I've tried.
I've always wanted to be a percussionist, because you get to do all sorts of different things. You can be like marimba, xylophone, and timpani, and cymbals.
What is that?
What?
I think you made up a word.
Timpani?
Yes.
Timpani is the big, massive drums that go boom, 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 boom.
No, I think you made it up.
They're called timpani.
No.
Ben, I did A-level music. I've been doing orchestral scores for years. I know what timpani.
They're not called timpanis.
Yes, they are.
They're not. If you Google it, it will say word not found, and it will say underneath, did you mean big drums?
Anyway, I just wanted to share that because, as I say, it was still to this day one of the best experiences of my life, like a dream come true.
Uh-huh.
And I still have hugely fond memories of it. And then it was, when the episode actually came out and everyone was like, "Oh, this is shit," it was quite sad because it was just a special thing for me. It was a special episode.
If the episode's shit, the music just goes down with it.
That's the thing. But also, I will be careful how I say this, but there's a certain member of the production team at this time who allegedly, fans will know this story, allegedly had a big falling out with Stephen Moffat. And he was supposedly heard at a party while he was drunk, shouting at her, saying, "I will erase you from Doctor Who." And I believe that was something to do with her questioning his story choices.
I'm going to say this right now. You're correct.
Anywho.
He couldn't take it because
No.
he's a fucking shit writer.
This
series, he's been fucking boring.
He's not shit.
Every time he tries to bring a new alien in, oh, look, it's a hash print of the fucking angels.
I don't think he's shit, but I know what you mean. Anywho.
No, Stephen, he is.
Okay, that's your opinion.
He could not fill the shoes that were left behind for him.
No, well, it turns out Russell T Davies couldn't fill his own shoes either, but let's not get into that.
He couldn't fill the shoes that Disney laid out for him.
True. Anywho, let me finish this story. So this production team person turned up to the recording of the music and she listened to the climax music during the scene where they're flying the thing through the time vortex, and it's beautiful music. And I just remember her making this jokey comment saying, "Well, the story might not make any sense, but at least the music will be good."
The story makes no sense.
I know.
It's all over the place. It is all over the place, Stephen. This series is boring. It's got nothing special about it. He hasn't introduced anything. He hasn't used very many. I know I dislike the Daleks and the Cybermen, but there are many old characters that could come back.
Yeah.
And have their time to shine.
Series 6 has been a struggle.
And as soon as I saw that what was happening in this episode, I was like, yeah, the Doctor's not going to die.
Oh, he's not going to regenerate?
No.
No, of course not. This is not a regeneration story.
It's not epic enough.
So you now know that Matt Smith will be back for Series 7?
Yeah.
Or at least part of it?
You just gave it away.
No, I'm just saying. Not giving anything away. But yeah, okay, so let's talk about some things.
Oh my God, Cyril could not act.
Really? No, he couldn't really.
Turned around and his face did nothing. Turned around to look at the door closing.
Yeah.
The door is closing behind you, locking. You are a 9-year-old child in a strange world and you're being locked into a tower. Show some emotion.
I know. I think they cast him for his look and his suitability.
And the big glasses thing, I don't get that.
And you pointed something out I'd never noticed before, that he's wearing them when he's supposed to be going to sleep. Although I suppose you could argue he has no intention of going to sleep. So
yeah, he probably doesn't.
Yeah.
But even if he was going to bed, his mum would probably have been done the whole, take him up, put him aside.
Yeah. So at the beginning, the Doctor blows up this spaceship and falls to Earth through space, struggling to grab this spacesuit. And you said, and I agree, how can he breathe?
How can you breathe? Also, my other big thing is you're falling at a rate of what? Very fast.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, you would be burnt up before you would even have the chance to put that suit on.
But isn't it going through the atmosphere that burns you up? So if you got it on before he got to the atmosphere.
Surely you have to be somewhere in the atmosphere or to be pulled to Earth.
No, the gravitational field extends further than that, I would think.
Then tell me why satellites don't.
Oh, I don't know.
Because he's at the same probably space level as satellites.
Yeah. Okay, I have no idea then. It's a bit silly, isn't it?
No, it makes no fucking sense, Stephen.
No, I know.
That's what it does.
I know. But the music's good. Dun 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 dun.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I think I know the answer.
Oh.
Amy Pond.
Yeah.
And
Rory Williams.
William Pond.
Yes.
Amy William Pond. And
what about them?
Yeah, I think they come back for Series 7. Or at least a little bit into it.
What makes you think that? Because they haven't had a real wrap-up.
They haven't had their goodbye.
Well, what would you expect from their goodbye?
A bit bigger than that.
Because you look at Rose and Donna, they had tragic goodbyes, that it was forced upon them.
I think
Martha she chose to leave for her own mental health, basically.
Yeah. I think this one is going to be like, I think Amy's going to find out that she's pregnant again.
And so they're raising children.
She's just going to say, okay, it's time for me to step away.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I stay pregnant and I'm in this TARDIS, what's the likelihood of another group of people wanting my baby because he is now suddenly part-time? Like, I think she's going to choose family because she's got a squirt gun.
So?
I'm pretty sure that was a baby squirt gun.
A baby's squirt gun?
Yeah, a baby toy.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll have
Like
to
a
wait and see.
bath toy.
It's a very interesting prediction. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so you think they'll be back in Series 7?
I do, for a little bit through it.
Okay, we shall have to see.
I think they need a proper wrap-up.
Yeah.
I don't think...
Because the thing with all these companions, like, they do need a wrap-up, otherwise the question is, why does the Doctor not come back and travel with them again?
Yeah. They need...
Like, for the odd adventure.
It's almost like the Doctor needs something to stop him going. Like, he won't go back to Martha because Martha is in love with him and he doesn't want to mess her around. He won't go back to Donna because Donna will die.
Thing is, he could go back to Martha as Matt Smith. But he doesn't because the show's moved on.
He doesn't because he could, but he also doesn't because he still remembers how no matter who he is, what he looks like, people still love him.
Yeah, but Martha's moved on. She's married to bloody Mickey now.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Because they couldn't afford Tom Ellis.
Yeah, anyway. So we also you talked about Cyril. What about Lily?
She was okay.
She was okay, yeah. I mean, then they're quite stock characters, aren't they? There's not a great deal of depth.
It's very much like Edmund and Susan.
Yeah. Okay.
And why were they at the big house?
Because they were spending Christmas there for shits and giggles.
What? In 1941?
No, they said it was because of the bombing. That's why they were leaving because of the Blitz.
Well, the children would have been evacuated in September
not everyone.
1941.
Not every single child was, were they?
Most, yes.
Okay.
And if she was the mother that she would say...
Yeah, but they weren't in London. They were somewhere, I don't know where they were. Didn't look like London.
The thing is, though, it was very rare. Bombing was rare outside of London, was it not?
Well, it was big cities, London, Birmingham, Cardiff. Anyway, yeah, I don't know the reason, but that's the reason they gave is because of the bombing. They went to spend Christmas in the country, in Uncle Digby's house, which is a reference to the professor from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, who's called Diggory Kirk. Alexander Armstrong.
Yeah.
As Daddy. My mum loves Alexander Armstrong.
I love him as well.
She has so my mum never knew her father, and there's a couple of people on TV, like Alexander Armstrong's one, that she has said to me, oh, sometimes I think, oh, he'd have been a nice dad. Which is quite sweet.
He's a bit young.
Yeah.
No, I do like Alexander Armstrong.
Yes.
He's got a pleasing accent. It's like velvet in your ears.
He does, yeah. But also, you know how I said Claire Skinner was already imprinted on the nation as a mum?
Yeah.
Alexander Armstrong, I don't know, you've probably never seen him and Ben Miller, their sketch show, have you? No, so my parents used to watch that. And one of their most famous series of sketches was they were playing World War II fighter pilots in that, very stereotypical sort of accent that they had in all the movies.
Yeah.
But they spoke in like modern teenage slang.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, yes, we're going to fuck that shit up and all that, and in that accent. So, again, he was quite imprinted on people as a World War II pilot.
Yeah, and also what I felt was weird. In England, he's actually, I would say he's a bigger name. He's not the smallest name in the world, but he's a big name.
He's known, yeah.
Yeah, and you probably paid quite a pretty penny for him to be in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then he's in it for like 20 minutes. Not even that.
It is quite a small role, yeah. But the other thing is now, Sarah Jane Adventures, obviously, he was the voice of Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
And then the final series of Sarah Jane, they ended up only doing half of it before she passed away. And in the rest of the series they didn't manage to do, there was an episode planned where Mr. Smith gained human form, which would have been played by Alexander Armstrong. So I'm wondering if they cast him in this almost as a consolation, as like, sorry, we can't make that anymore, but be in this.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And he had, what, like 3 lines?
Yeah, but he's good for it. It's a good role. Good role for him. When he's like, tell him we're coming home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Anywho, so apparently their father died.
Yeah.
Which is very sad.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think she plays that really well.
Yeah, I do think she did.
Yeah, because again, I only really know her from Outnumbered, which is comedy, quite silly. She did the pathos and the emotion really well. And that scene where the doctor's asking her about why she's not telling the children, and she said, because I don't want Christmas to be the thing that took their father away.
That's sad.
It is sad. So she's having to keep it to herself and pretend that he's still alive. Would you do the same in that situation? Or do you think it's lying and do you think they deserve to know?
I agree with her.
You do?
Yeah.
It's a very tough thing to put yourself through, but...
It is, but I also think that Cyril's very, very young. Lily's probably very young. And I think to myself, actually, if I think, like... Because you would just crack that Christmas becomes shit.
Yeah.
I remember the Christmas that my nan died on the 11th of December. I remember that Christmas. In 2016, 11th December, the same year I got with Stephen.
Yeah.
I remember her dying, and I remember that Christmas being shit.
Yeah.
Like, and it has been ever since. Like, I will be honest, I don't get really presents from my family anymore. Well, even my family's quite poor, but
it's not about presents, is it?
No, it's not. My mum does a fucking mean old birdie toast roast thing.
She does do a fantastic roast, but it's the way you phrased it. My mum does a fucking mean old birdie toast roast.
Yeah, delicious.
She does, yeah.
And guess what I'm trying this year?
What?
I'm trying stuffing with sausage meat.
Okay. What are you stuffing with sausage meat?
No, stuffing sausage meat.
I'm joking.
It's sausage meat that is stuffing.
Yes. I don't know why you've never tried it before. It's one of the best bits.
You're rude.
Not rude, I'm just saying.
You
it's one
are
of the best
rude
bits.
to me. I won who won the poll?
Of what?
Or did you ever do it? Who's rude to each other?
We didn't actually do a poll because I don't want to offend you if people overwhelmingly say you're ruder to me.
But it's not going to happen because you are ruder to me.
One person did message me after listening to it and said, Ben's definitely ruder to you.
No, I'm not. You don't hear some of the stuff that he says. So I have this thing. I make up nicknames for Stephen all the time. I like loads of different ones. And my current favourite is one that he hates.
Yes.
Dingleberry.
Because it means a poo ball that's attached to an animal's bum.
Dingleberry's cute. As a word, it sounds dingly and berry-y.
It means you're calling me a poo ball, which I don't like.
You are a poo ball.
Anywho.
Oh, poo ball. Oh, I like that one as well. Poo ball.
Oh, no, don't start that. That's a Mirandaism.
Hi, people.
Do you remember that from the gym episode? Is it the gym
Poo
episode?
balls.
Poo balls. All those, those poo balls.
I think Stephen should write his own show like Miranda.
Call it Stephen.
No.
Oh.
Call it, We Are the Willises.
No.
Yes, that is our family name.
I can't believe that. So years and years ago, when I was about 17 or something, I went on holiday with my family, my parents, and rather than going out and doing stuff, I, as you do, I made my own musical about my family where I played all the parts. So I played me and my mum and my dad, and it was basically a piss take. And then when we had my fucking call to my autism assessment, you brought it up, and now it's in my fucking report. It says Stephen once made a musical about his family called We Are the Willises.
We are the Willises.
As if that's evidence for my autism.
Name, and it's come to play the game.
Thing is, though, my mum, she found it hilarious, but when I was playing her, like I would put her sunglasses on.
You put a skirt on, Stephen.
I've
seen the video.
Yes, but this is sounded so weird. I had trousers on underneath. I put the skirt on over the top. Yeah,
but you didn't put a sun hat on.
Sunglasses and sun hat and yeah. And anyway, she would watch it and she would say, "God, it's like looking at myself."
Whoa.
I didn't have a beard then. Anyway, so the doctor starts calling himself the caretaker.
Why? I do not know.
Well, I think it's partly to do with the fact that he's just faked his own death and he's trying to pretend that he doesn't exist anymore. It's like,
then he said, some people call me the doctor.
He did, I know, but I think it's linked to that somehow.
He was very ADHD when he was walking through that house.
I know, yeah, he's over the top.
They all went, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, the way he went all out on that house, like the hot, cold and lemonade taps, those fucking armchairs spinning round.
Yeah, the tree with, oh my God, it gave me PTSD about those spinning trees.
Oh, yeah.
The sections it was spinning.
We're going to be watching that again soon for Patreon.
No, we're fucking not.
For Patreon.
I hate that episode. What was the first ever Christmas special?
Well, in the new series, it was that one, The Christmas Invasion.
What about the first ever of the Doctor Who all time?
It wasn't a Christmas special called The Feast of Stephen, and William Hartnell turned to the camera and wished everyone a happy Christmas at the end. Oh, incidentally, very happy Christmas to all of you at home.
Wasn't he? His career was dying, or dead, and he revived it by being the Doctor.
Yeah.
And then didn't want to leave it, but then he died.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Is
from
he the
that
only
biopic.
Doctor? Is he the only Doctor who died doing the show?
He didn't die doing the show.
I thought he did.
No.
Has any
He
Doctor died?
got ill and too ill to continue, and then a few years later, several years later, he came back for the 10th anniversary special. But he was so ill he could only appear in a short little bit on a screen.
Oh. Who was the Doctor at that point?
John Pertwee.
Who is the Doctor now?
Now, that's a big question.
Billy Papa.
Well, we don't know that. I don't think she is because we haven't been told she is.
Billy Papa.
Anywho, we were saying about him spinning around the house and showing them around the house and everything and all the silly things.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like he's overcompensating because he's feeling lonely. He's on his
He
own.
wants to be loved.
Yeah. And he acts like he doesn't know that the father's dead, but I feel like he does. And I feel like he's overcompensating for that, like trying to make such a happy, fun environment for them.
Yeah, that's what it comes across.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to get to one bit.
Okay. And you know that bit when he jumped and tried to land on the hammocks and just fell on the floor?
Yeah.
And then she just went, can you stop? Can you just stop talking? That's how I feel to you sometimes. You said about he was like he had ADHD. So sometimes when you go whiffling on, I do think that. Is that bad? Is that rude? Oh, now you're going to be silent, aren't you? Sorry. You're waiting for me to get to one bit. Which bit? Ben, we can't do a podcast if you sit there in silence.
You've offended me.
I'm sorry.
It was rude of you.
It was only occasionally.
Sometimes I think to myself, spit the story out, babes!
Get to the point, I know. See, and I can take that.
No, you can't.
But actually, speaking of which, your story earlier about Beauty and the Beast DVD and the portable DVD player went all the way around the house.
Yeah,
got to the
that
fucking
did.
Point.
Because I don't know. No.
See? So you have a go at me?
No, most of my stories are short and sweet and to the point.
Are they? Anyway, yeah, I just think this is one of those episodes where it's like the juxtaposition of the really silly and childish with the actually quite mature and emotional, sentimental. Like, exactly like we just said, that scene where he's showing all the stupid elements of the house, and then suddenly you're having that conversation about what's the point in them being happy if they're going to be sad later. And then he says, well, obviously because they are going to be sad later. That's why.
Yeah.
It's good. I think it's good. People hate this episode, but it's not one of my favourites, but I do have a very soft spot for it.
I think what it, for me, makes it's just so jarring.
It is a bit of a hodgepodge.
Yeah. It feels whimsical and magical.
Yeah.
And I did think at one point that he was walking up those stairs and, oh my God, Father Christmas was going to be there.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God.
So there's this whole thing of Cyril sneaking down in the middle of the night to look at the present.
Yeah.
And then later on, the doctor says about, oh, come on, who opens their Christmas presents early? And then he's like, oh, okay, everyone. Is that a thing?
I never ever snuck downstairs.
No.
One, my mum is an incredibly light sleeper. She is.
Yeah.
And two, I'd have been told off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I would have been in so much... I mean, I don't think the thought would have ever crossed my mind, but I'd have been in so much trouble.
Yeah, and I never, ever opened my stocking before the morning.
Oh, no, me neither.
Like my brother did.
Oh, really?
My brother was a little twat.
I mean, I was an only child, but yeah, I used to wake up and then take it into my parents' room and sit at the end of their bed and open it.
I'm not an only child.
No.
I'm one of two.
Yeah.
And my brother... So my parents used to, when my parents were together, they used to come into mine and Sam's room and sit on the end of our
beds.
One of the two. And I remember one Christmas, I had a kilogram bar of chocolate.
Oh my God.
In my stocking. I ate it one day.
Of course you did.
I stopped getting stockings very early.
Did you?
Yeah, about 11.
Oh, that's not early. That's probably about the time I did. I'm trying to think, probably about 11, yeah, probably about 11 or 12.
I know people who still get stockings.
At what age?
33?
Oh, are they posh?
No. Well, I don't know. Probably not.
Sounds like quite a posh thing to do. Like, oh, mummy, put it in my stocking, mummy.
My name is 50 degrees.
Anyhow.
I have a mince pie up my bum and it will taste
What?
like
You have what up your bum?
mince pie.
Oh. I've got some cream for that.
If it doesn't work, we don't tell the joke.
No. Anywho. So, yeah, he's given them this wrapped up portal to another world.
Yeah.
Quite cool.
I do think it's a great idea
Yeah.
of this, like, he's trying to give them an experience to
Yeah.
take away the pain.
Yeah.
But I do think it's poorly done.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think if you're going to go down the whole echoing Lion, Witch and Wardrobe, then it just felt so insular and it just felt not grand enough. And you're going to this new world.
Yeah.
The aliens didn't speak unless they touched you.
Yeah. I think it was a weird choice of a story to use for a Doctor Who episode. Christmas Carol, obviously you can understand, it's the most Christmassy story. But Lion the Witch and Wardrobe isn't really about Christmas. Like, it has the winter elements and the whole thing of, oh, it's winter forever, but there's not been Christmas for hundreds of years. And then Father Christmas comes back. But, like, when you think Lion the Witch and Wardrobe, you don't think that's a Christmas story.
No.
So, yeah, it was a bit of a weird choice. Another thing that they borrowed from the original story is this sentient trees. Because you remember in the Lion the Witch and Wardrobe, the trees are spies for the witch. And they talk to each other. When he said, I've been here many times and they've never heard the trees so active. That felt like a line from, like, Mr. Beaver or something.
Mm.
And you know the tower that they go up. Is it just me, or...
The top looked like a fucking golf ball.
Oh, that wasn't what I was going to say. I've written in my notes, the penis tower.
I've written in my brain that it looks like she was driving a golf ball through time.
Yeah, I know it did. Or, remember in the Crystal Maze, when they would go in the Crystal Dome at the end to get the golden tickets?
No.
Have you never watched the Crystal Maze?
No.
Oh, well, any listeners who know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so we've got this wooden king and queen. They're all right. I do lose interest around this point when they go into the tower. I find it a bit, okay, here we go. Just get to the end.
Boring.
Yeah.
I do think there should have been more... When she put the ring on his head.
What, Madge?
No. When the queen put the ring on
Cyril's
the boy's
head, yeah.
I thought his soul had gone into the man downstairs.
Oh, the tree man, yeah.
You're too weak. Believe me, I'm really strong.
Yeah, but I like that though. It turns out
that was the moment where I felt the doctor needed to beat his chest. I am strong, believe me, I'm strong.
He sounded like Brian Blessed. So there's those weird three people.
Did not need to be in there. They were only in there to have the machine there.
Yeah, well,
so
exactly.
that she could get thing. And why was Bill
Bailey?
B Bailey?
Yeah.
Why was he in that episode? In the tiniest ass role ever.
Well, they just wanted some they got three funny people. They got Bill Bailey, Arabella Weir, and Paul Baisley, who are all, well, obviously Bill Bailey's known as a comedian. Arabella Weir, I think, is known for being funny.
Never heard of her.
Have you not? I think at one point people were saying she would have been a good the first female Doctor before Jodie Whittaker came along. But yeah, funny thing about that bit, when they first appear, going back to my special day at the recording, there was a cue list. Like they'd given all the musical cues titles so they could know which one was which. And these titles didn't necessarily translate to when the soundtrack eventually came out what they were called. They were just like informal titles. And the bit when Bill Bailey and the others come out of the ship was just called Bill and Crew Run Out. Obviously his character isn't called Bill. But yeah.
I like that. Bill and Crew.
Yeah. There's some good lines. I love the joke about I'm thinking of the visual. Nobody's looking. Doesn't mean there's no visual. Yes, it does. That's exactly what nobody looking means. It means there's no visual.
She's wearing wool.
Yeah. And I get goosebumps when she pulls a gun on them and he says, there's nothing you can say that would convince me you'd ever use that gun. And she says, oh, really? Well, I'm looking for my children. And his face when he realises, oh shit, a mother's protection and love is so powerful.
My thing is this. So the scanner was right. He just read it wrong. the scanner picked up a gun.
Did it?
Because then he said, oh, but she's wearing wool.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, you're right. Did you pick up on the Jabe reference?
Oh, the original woman queen.
The original tree woman, yeah. Although it annoys me that he refers to her as the Forest of Cheam, which is the group name for them. He says, I met the Forest of Cheam, and then he says, she fancied me. That doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. So yeah, she drives the big harvester thing, stomping over to them. And she's like, caretaker, you're fired! There's another bit there. She said, sometimes Stephen Moffat's lines, sometimes I can just hear him saying them, his voice.
Tapping away again.
Exactly, completely. And one of those is Madge, when she gets the crown on and she goes, oh, this is all really rather clever, isn't it? And I could just imagine Stephen Moffat, that's like him commenting about his own script. Like, oh, this is rather clever.
Clever means things make sense.
Mm. And so she flies them home with her memories and her heart and her power.
And she scoops her husband up on the way.
She does, yeah.
For a Christmas miracle.
She does, and I love that because it's lovely. But also, can I just say, we get a little flashback of the doctor says, how did you meet? She says, he followed me home. He says he'd keep following me until I married him. Is that supposed to be romantic? Because it sounds to me like stalking.
Yeah.
Am I...
I guess it's... I don't know.
You might well say, oh, it was a different time, but
maybe they worked together and he was just shy.
Yeah, I mean, clearly she doesn't have a problem with it because she ended up marrying him and you can see in the little flashback she's smiling, like she thinks it's sweet.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's only because she happened to like him. Like, if it was any old random man following her, it's weird. But the thing is, Moffat did that same thing in Blink. You remember? Well, you won't remember, but Kathy, who got zapped back in time, ended up in Hull in 19-something anyway. And the man that she ended up marrying was there, and he was following her, and she was going, are you going to stop following me? And he's like, no. And again, it's like, Moffat seems to think that men following women is romantic.
I guess you don't understand. If they work together, maybe, what is it? Is it the interaction?
Maybe.
Like,
we don't know the full
story. Are they
story.
flirting?
Yeah.
At work.
The context, yeah. She said she worked at the dairy.
Like, for me, stalking feels like...
she didn't say we worked at the dairy. She said I worked at the dairy.
Yeah,
so.
But stalking for me it feels like, oh, you're hiding.
Yeah, and he's not hiding, I suppose.
And you're watching
still.
from afar.
Yeah. I still think it's weird.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird.
But it's Christmas. I suppose you're not supposed to take it too seriously.
Well, we do take it seriously because we're autistic. Well, you're autistic.
Well, I am officially, but you probably are unofficially.
I've had an autism test already.
Yeah, one that was done about 30 years ago when the understanding of it was a lot less than it is now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so hooray, the father is alive. She scooped him up, as you said.
Yes.
What's that?
Yes. So he's having a smooch and a love with his wife. What about the two men in the cockpit and the man injured?
I assume they're still in the plane.
Did she invite them for Christmas? Or did they fly the plane home?
Maybe, yeah.
Plane's broken, so they can't.
Yeah, or maybe they can phone for some friends to come and get them.
On Christmas Day?
Yes. Oh, I don't know. It is weird, though. They do just disappear. They're supposed to be in the plane, and then suddenly he's the only one who comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She rewrote time.
Well, no, that's the clever thing. She didn't, actually. It was one of those time travel things that he always did that. But remember, he jumped forward to Christmas Day because he went through the time vortex. So that's why he was never there and assumed dead and assumed missing, because he'd been gone for however many months. Because he jumped forward.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Although how the plane survived in the time vortex, I don't know. I'm guessing the trees had some sort of protection over it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a friend, a woman in her 70s, and she had never seen an episode of Doctor Who before. And then one day she randomly told me that she couldn't sleep, and she watched this episode on BBC Three or something on repeat. Yeah. And she said it was the most wonderful thing she'd ever seen. And she was like, oh, and the father came back at the end, and oh, it made me cry. It's like, wow, if you've never seen an episode of Doctor Who before and this is your first one, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
that you would think that, but yeah. And yeah, I know you hate the phrase timey-wimey.
Yeah.
I can cope with timey-wimey.
Human woominy?
What I can't cope with is humany-woomany.
No. You can keep that.
I don't understand why they thought that was...
You can drop kick it back into Doctor Who.
I don't understand why they thought that was acceptable.
And then she tells him off and he goes to find his friend.
Yeah.
And they're so obsessed with him. Painting your door TARDIS blue.
Yeah.
Get a life.
No, it's sweet. You would, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't.
He's their friend, and he's a very special friend. He's their son-in-law. Yeah. And just, oh my God, how fucking sweet.
Oh my God, she's kissed the son-in-law.
Oh God, yeah. No, how sweet is it that they've laid a place for him, because apparently they always do. Just in case he turns up.
Yeah.
It's not just Christmas? I guess they mean every meal they set a place for him.
I don't know.
And the poor doctor who was so alone and thought that he had nobody. He has a family who love him.
Yeah.
And that lovely bit there where he'd said earlier in the episode about, I'm very old and I can't feel the way you can anymore. And also about this thing of crying when you're happy is so human. And then he turns around and he's got this moisture on his face. And the quite clever thing is it a tear or was it from when she was squirting him with the water gun?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not quite sure, but it could well be a tear. Yeah, so Amy and Rory, they got a little cameo. So you think we'll see them again?
I do, for a farewell.
So you don't think this was their final appearance?
No, I don't. If it was cheap.
Yeah. I don't think it would make sense to be their final appearance because, like we said, they've just invited him into their home as part of their family. That's obviously got to go somewhere. You can't just have him constant, anyway. And
I think they've got a contract. Very interesting how this is the first time I think we've got a companion and a pair, a doctor, who probably will exit at the same time.
Oh, you think?
Or round about the same time.
Yeah. Thing is, I never know how much... I tried to keep these things from you now because I like the idea of you not knowing where it's going to go.
Yeah.
But thing is, when we were watching it as fans, we knew when people were leaving because it was announced and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
I don't know, do you like not knowing or do you think I should tell
I
you?
like predicting and guessing.
Okay, so I'll leave it and wait, you can just see.
Yeah.
But anywho, it's time to rate this episode.
2.
2 stars?
Yeah.
Puke, puke, puke. That's better than I thought you were going to give it.
It's watchable. It's just a bit all over the place.
It is a bit all over the place. Now, obviously, I struggle here because I'm going to have to try and put aside my personal reasons for loving it.
Your personal reason makes it a 5, now listen, that's your personal one. Now, we know that because it's got a personal connection. Now,
take that out of it.
Try and take that out of it.
Yeah. Judging it just as I think...
Go off what you watched today.
Off we watched today. I think it's a 2.5.
But you know the rule about 2.5, they round up.
They round up to 3. So yeah, I mean, it's which means middling, which means average. So,
are you happy with that?
I don't know. I think if I'm brutally honest, I think it is worse than average. So maybe I should give it a 2, like you. Yeah.
Now I start to think you're copying me.
I'm not copying you. I will say a 2. Puke, puke, puke.
Anywho, it's time for
Patreon, 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 shout-outs. Patreon, 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 shout-outs.
TARDIS babes.
Yeah.
We are very grateful.
We are.
And you currently are. Philip. Northerly. Jason. Tom. Louis. Michael. Ferner. Heather. Benny. Caleb. Monica. Amber. Jess. Kaylee. Queever. Jay. Owen. Natalie. Imogen. Sarah. Jake. Janie. Tony.
They're great.
Leah. Lewis. Lucy. Alex. Meg. Jonathan. Fizzy. Cara. Matthew. Creighton. Carlin. Jake. Evan. Harvey. Alice. And Alex. We're very grateful to you all. We hope you and all our listeners have a very lovely holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas, have a lovely Christmas. If you celebrate something else, have a lovely that. And if you are a patron, or if you choose to now subscribe to our Patreon, you will have a brand new Patreon exclusive episode very, very soon during this festive season. So look forward to that. Coming up very soon, in fact, I think it will already have started airing by the time you hear this, will be the new spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea, or as Ben likes to call it, The Ocean at the End of the Floor.
I don't think I said that.
You definitely did. And I'll be covering that with some guests. So we'll look forward to that. And then I can't promise when, but as soon as is practical for us, we will be back with Series 7.
I want to get Peter Capaldi, because I love Peter Capaldi, because he's so Scottish and so...
Yeah. Now, I won't tell you anything about who leaves or starts when, but just a word about this structure of Series 7 is that a bit like Series 6, it's split into 2 halves. But the first half...
is Matt Smith, and the second half is Peter Capaldi.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we've got the first half, which is several episodes, and then halfway through the season, you have another Christmas special because of when it aired. And then the rest of the series happens after Christmas.
Interesting-onious.
That takes us into 2013, which was a very special year for Doctor Who. Do you know why?
50th year anniversary.
Well done. Well worked out. The 50th anniversary, which means that after Series 7, Series 7 builds up to a 50th anniversary special and then another Christmas special. So that's our kind of the lie of the land. And as usual, I like to tell you what the next episode's called. So shall I tell you?
Yes.
First episode of Series 7. It's called Asylum of the Daleks.
Okay.
Now, you said earlier that they should bring back old characters like Daleks. So there
are other characters that come around. We've seen the Sauntarans once, maybe twice. We've not seen that blinky, very smooth, chrome-like alien, but yeah. No.
What, the Rastamori robot?
Yeah.
We're never going to see that in the new series.
Oh.
That was only in the 5 Doctors. So, Asylum of the Daleks, Series 7. Actually, it's from what I remember, it's a fun one. So
Is it a place where all the defected Daleks go?
Maybe.
The ones where they feel emotions?
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll be back for that in due course.
In 2026.
Yeah, well, obviously. But until that time, or until such time as I return with some guests, we wish you a very happy festive season. And
stay cool, stay safe, stay
fantastic.